The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Morning, Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, I mean, I could talk about how the Blackhawks lost and even the Bulls won. But let's get to what really was the meat of the weekend. First off, NFL Sunday was insane, but also before NFL Sunday started, the College Football Playoff Championship was announced. And listen, I'm a big college football fan. I know, Case, you watch a little bit of college football or you watch a lot?
I watch college football. I pay attention to it just because I like sports, but I don't have – I went to a college that didn't have sports, so I don't have a dog in the fight.
That was a Columbia College?
Columbia College, Chicago, the Renegades, if you will. We have an esports team, but not an actual sports team.
What do you mean? What, an esports team?
So we had competitive video gamers, and then we had a Quidditch team, the Harry Potter sport, but no, there wasn't like
how'd they fly?
Magic.
Well, do you ever see people playing Quidditch in real life?
No, I mean, how do you do it?
They run around with a broom between their legs in Grant Park. They do it almost every Saturday.
Or like a stick horse?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. They have an official, Columbia College is an official team of
and
this?
And they play other colleges.
That's not real.
Do they recruit?
Oh, God, yeah. No,
Can you get a scholarship for Quidditch?
I don't know if you can get a scholarship, but you can absolutely, we have an official Quidditch team. My squad.
Well, it's your squad. You can say that. I mean, is there anybody in high school playing this sport now trying to get the college to get on the Columbia College team?
Could you imagine if we had professional Quidditch one day? So you have to hold you got to hold the broom up in your legs.
That's my understanding. I didn't attend a lot of Quidditch matches.
How are the balls flying around? Like, how are you a seeker? The ball's supposed to run away from you.
I don't know.
It flies away.
I don't know.
Is there someone with a ball on a pole with like fishing line and they're running around moving the ball away? We got to go watch this.
I just don't. It's not a judgmental thing. I just actually don't understand because this is a magical game that happens in the air.
I haven't even seen the movie.
So I'm just trying to figure out how you do that.
I would love to go watch a match at Grant Park. Do they announce them on the website somehow? The Columbia College website?
I'm sure there's an Instagram page. I'll let you know.
Let's get like 5,000 people down there for one. Scare the crap out of those people one morning. Get all these listeners down there. Everybody
Their broom game better be on point that day.
They go to Columbia. They have intense social anxiety. Maybe we shouldn't show up.
People are shaking their hands. What's going on?
It's not like a college quarterback. They're not built for this.
Oh, it'd be amazing. So what happened over the weekend is they announced the teams for the playoff championship. Again, me being a big Michigan fan, very ecstatic that they're number one. And then number two was Washington. That was all expected, Kenzie. I don't know if you follow college football at all.
I'm sorry.
I know you had a baby shower this weekend.
Oh my! I was hosting like 25 people in my home and then throwing an entire shower.
No one was in the college football.
No, I was checking up the stats, making sure.
No one at the house was in the college football.
I had to see what happened with those 20-year-olds. Super worried about it.
Not one person put on the college football championship watching what's going on in the house.
I don't know. I was getting drinks and making food. I don't know what was on the TV.
I'm very sorry you had to do that.
Oh my God!
I would have got my own drink if I was there.
That's
I'm
right.
sure you would have.
Kenzie!
You're so helpful.
I'd be shaking my glass at Kenzie. Kenzie! Empty. Top me
You
off.
just sent me the picture of your pizza to post for you, so I'm sure you would have been all over helping at my house.
Need some water, a little more ice. Light ice, please.
Ice.
Okay, so Texas was number 3. The big controversy was number 4. Who was going to be number 4? Because 4 teams get into the playoffs. And so number 4 should have been, in a lot of people's opinions, Florida State. They went undefeated, Kenzie, okay? But their quarterback, massive injury a couple weeks ago, and they happened to win out with their third-string quarterback. But because their starter's not in, the team is not what it used to be. It's not competitive. So the committee said, hey, you're not one of the best teams in the country right now, even though you were a Power 5 conference. You won all your games. You won your division. You won your league. And you should be in there. So their coach went ham bitching about it because they chose Alabama, who upset Georgia over the weekend and won the SEC championship, which is the toughest conference in college football. So they put Alabama in to take on Michigan.
Wait, Don't you just get to the playoffs by winning? How's with their
Not in college football.
I didn't know that. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I did not.
You basically just summed it all up. Everybody's beef on what happened there.
That was actually a really astute point. You just didn't know you made it. It's
Yeah.
brilliant, honestly.
We'll point out more when you said something smart that you don't know what you said.
That seems odd.
Yeah.
I just feel like you just based off the amount of games.
Yeah, so there's all these old white guys that sit there and decide who the best teams are in this room. And they decided, now people would say they decided right because it probably would have been a blowout if Florida State was put in there. However, it was very funny when Michigan found out they're playing Alabama and they go to the cameras of these schools where all 200 players are sitting there. And when they announce Alabama, they all kind of go, ugh. We were hoping for Florida State with the...
I didn't know they did college football the way they do like The Bachelor. That just seems odd.
That's exactly right.
You get a rose. Like, oh my God.
I know. So Florida State
That actually
is...
sounds kind of, maybe I'd watch.
It's very compelling. It was unbelievable. I mean, everyone was sitting on the edge of their seat saying they're going to put Florida State, and they got to do it, and they didn't. And everybody went nuts. And Michigan now, my team, will probably get upset by Alabama in that game, which will be on New Year's Eve. That'll be a 4 p.m. game. And then the next game will be Washington, Texas at 7:45 here in the Sugar Bowl. Michigan and Alabama in the Rose Bowl. But, yeah, wild. The most wild in history of choosing. Next year it goes to 12 teams. So this won't happen again. I think 12 is really excessive, but what are they going to do?
Well, Kenzie, here's why you should care, and here's where everybody listening should care, even if they don't have a dog in this fight.
Kenzie's not sure on this one.
Yeah.
You know, Brian he's a University of Michigan guy, big Wolverines fan. They're the best team in college football this year, and they were lined up to just stomp out Florida State. Everybody thought Florida State was going to be the 4 seed.
So I've heard.
Yes. Now you know they're playing Alabama. And Alabama, historically very good at college football.
They are.
Brian gets screwed here. Brian is going to lose in the semifinals instead of winning a national championship. It's the funniest result possible. I can't wait to see this game now.
Why? Because you bet on it?
I am a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. I want them to win at all costs. They've gotten here third time now in 3 years, have not won a title. They typically choke in these situations. Florida State would have been a nice layup. They have a broken quarterback. Now they got to play Nick Saban, arguably the greatest coach of all time in college, and Alabama, who's on a trend of upsetting people, and Michigan. That's why their players reacted like, ugh. I don't know if I like this. I mean, literally, it was embarrassing.
Florida State would have been an easy win, but Florida State didn't get picked. They didn't get the rose, to use your Bachelor analogy.
Yeah.
Now they have to play Alabama, and Alabama's hot. They're feeling it right now. They are likely going to upset Michigan. It's just the funniest possible scenario for Brian.
It's not funny. It's terrible.
It's awesome.
You know what? I'm not going to be a peach when we come back after New Year's Eve.
Why are you a Michigan fan?
Because he grew up in Ohio, too.
Okay, I grew
Why
up...
aren't you an Ohio State fan?
Because I grew up very close to Michigan. It was my first experience with football as a young boy. I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. I was born there. It's only 40 minutes away. Ohio State's like 3 hours away.
My brother was also born in Toledo.
Yep.
But he's an Ohio State fan, like a normal person.
The city is split. If you grow up there, like basically when you're a kid, you pick one of the teams to, when you're born,
You should have picked Ohio State. They do so well.
Well, Michigan does very well the last
You know
several
what
years.
I
They
found
kicked
out
Ohio
this
State's
weekend?
ass the last couple years.
Do you know what I found out this weekend?
What'd you find out?
About Ohio State? Because my brother was in town for the baby shower.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, because he was talking about the leaf on the Ohio State and how obviously it looks like a drug, you know, but
Yes.
it's not. It's the Buckeye leaf. But I go, what is a Buckeye? Like I never thought about it. And I go, well, you guys have that animal as your thing, and he goes, it's not an animal, it's a nut. I go,
Yeah.
you guys are a nut. There's a whole thing. It's based around a nut. And he goes, you know those Buckeyes that you make with the chocolate and the peanut butter? I go, well, that's a dessert. That's not a nut. So you're named it for dessert? He goes, well, the dessert's named after a nut. And I'm like, this is a wild journey. I thought the thing was an animal the whole time.
Well, I'm glad you figured that
It
out.
doesn't come across as a nut to me. Does that look like a nut to you?
This is what Kenzie got out of the college football playoff championship announcement.
I was floored.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie, a little bit more with sports. We're talking about the college football playoff championships and Jim Harbaugh, the coach of Michigan. They interview all the coaches after they get selected, so Michigan's number one. And he described, here's him explaining what bet means.
Our players came up with this bet, and I even had to look up what it means. But what it means to me is bringing everyone together, and that's what our team has done. So bet.
It's not what bet means.
Also, his players did not invent that saying.
Yeah, he thinks they invented it.
Oh, my God.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
He's like, my grandma used to say things were a hoot. She invented this funny term. It's like, I didn't know.
So I think hoot brings us together. So hoot. He's amazing.
I usually say bet when I'm mad.
Really?
Like when my husband has something, I'm like, okay, bet. I got that. I'll remember that.
He's like, you're going to clean the house. Bet.
Oh, no, that's not what I response would be.
All right, 312-591-8300. Get involved. The Clash with Kenzie. Beat Kenzie in a trivia contest today. And you get tickets for Crosses. We interviewed Chino from the Deftones. This is his other band besides the Deftones. And they're really good, playing Concord Music Hall on Monday, February 12th. If you don't remember where Concord is, actually, it's over by the Congress Theater, which has been closed for so long. Some of my most memorable shows at the Congress Theater. And the Mexican restaurant that's right next door, I used to meet up there before the shows. Probably ate there 100 times. It's not that good, actually. It's not that great of a Mexican restaurant. I don't know if it's still there.
Why would you trash it?
Well, I mean, it was the meeting spot before, so the memories there are incredible. But as far as Mexican restaurants in Chicago, I mean, there's a ranking. It's just hard to be great in Chicago because there's so many good ones.
That's just mean.
I didn't mean it to be mean. I just meant to say it was so...
You're like, that family-owned business next to the venue, not good. What is wrong with you?
It's okay. It's just not the best.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Anyway, 312-591-8300. I ate there a lot. I spent money. I tipped well. All those things when I was there. One of those shows.
I'm sure you did great.
A lot of rumors of the Congress Theater, like I said, coming back and some money invested in it. What an incredible historic venue of Chicago. That'd be amazing. If that comes back.
I really hope they redid the inside, though. It was a death trap.
It clearly was a death trap, that venue. And to get it up to code, I know.
If Twisted Christmas was there, I would need an inspection first. I'm not doing it because people like mosh and stuff, and that place was falling apart. No.
I've told the story of seeing Nine Inch Nails there.
FaceTime me while you're there.
Yeah, the Nine Inch Nails story where the roof was coming in on, falling on people. Little pieces of it were coming through there in the middle. It had like a hole.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's anxiety.
I don't think most people want a roof to fall on them, but if they do bring it back, it will certainly have to be upgraded. Because I remember people at the House of Blues were going to buy it at one point, and they said just to bring it up to code for sale, it would cost $5 million. That was a lot of years ago, too. The electricity, everything in there. But that's what
How do you fall that far behind in being up to code, though? Like, that should be impossible. Like, if you're selling a business, like, I can see one thing because you're on the borderline of selling it. How are you the entire building actually has to be torn down?
You know, your door hinge squeaks. Got to fix that. No, everything about it, the roof could fall in. Well, because it was owned by the same people for so long, and I guess they don't do code checks unless it's a sale, like massive, like inspections.
I thought they did pop-up inspections on businesses.
I don't know. Not there. Someone paid them
People
off.
are too scared to go. They're going to die if I inspect that place.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Well, this is exciting. Crosses performing at the Concord Music Hall. Our Live Nation friends putting this on with us. So that is Chino from Deftones' other band, and we have an interview up at Q101.com, our podcast. You can go back there and check it out. He was such a cool guy and such a good interview. So check it out. Make sure you go to our YouTube page and subscribe there as well. Okay, so competing against Kenzie today is going to be Jeff in Indiana. Jeff, ahoy. Tell us something really quick about yourself.
Ahoy, I'm a paramedic. I have 2 great sons and a fantastic wife.
Oh, my God, you're just lovely.
Sounds like Wheel of Fortune, kind of. You know, my smoking hot wife and my sons.
Well, he didn't say any of that.
He said something super endearing, and you ruined it.
I kind of hear it that way. Is it ruining it saying your wife's smoking hot?
No, I'm sure she'll love it, Brian.
Oh, my God. One time somebody texted in about Brian's wife and was like, Brian, be proud of your wife and her great milkers. And Brian's like, you should just see Brian's face. Like, I go, just take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
That's what he meant.
It was a compliment. It was just a little, sometimes to say something like that, you got to be a little closer. I got to know you.
Wait, you want your brother to compliment your wife's milkers?
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that, of course. All right, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, Jeff, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Tails.
It's heads.
Sorry.
I know.
Oh.
I'm sure your wife's not very proud of you at this moment.
Oh, what the hell is wrong with you?
Ryan, be
One day
nice.
she will be.
You're being so bitchy today.
All right, Jeff, here we go. Hang tight because Kenzie gets the first question. Kenzie,
Yeah.
how many Friday the 13th were there in 2023?
There's two.
There was two. Good
Because
job.
one was when it was cold.
One was October. One was January. It was actually,
January was the cold one.
yeah, because it was actually
It was like decent on Halloween.
yeah, pretty warm. All right, Jeff, name 3 of the 4 sitting U.S. presidents that have been assassinated.
Garfield, McKinley, and JFK.
Holy crap!
Well, you went for the two less populars in your answer.
Yeah, I didn't even go with Lincoln.
Because I didn't remember the McKinley one. I knew Garfield because when somebody said Garfield, all I imagined was the cat getting shot. I got super sad.
The cat's there nuking up his lasagna.
So those are the only 3 I remember: Abraham, JFK, and Garfield. It was the cat, not the cat.
Oh my God.
1-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, how many Lord of the Rings films are there?
3.
There's 3 of them.
And I don't want to hear crap about it. The other ones are The Hobbit. Okay, they are not Lord of the Rings. They're slightly adjacent to Lord of the Rings.
We were looking for 3. Everything's okay.
I'm just saying. I want to text.
Very defensive.
Some people are like, well, technically, it's not.
Well, the books when I was a kid came as The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit as a 4-pack. They came as that.
Well, yeah, because it's like the prequel.
I know. I love The Hobbit. I like that more than Lord of the Rings.
Really?
I do.
I don't know, because I love me some Aragorn. He's not in The Hobbit.
I didn't know there were books.
Jesus.
Wait, really?
No, wait, you said you read them when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Everybody reads them as a kid.
Wait, when was it made? I thought it was just like a movie. When was it made?
Good Lord.
You didn't think there were books?
No, and I've also never seen the movies.
Oh, my God.
There's a Columbia College graduate right there. It's Case the producer.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
What are you reading at Columbia? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish?
Just about.
Duck for president? All right, back to the game.
Yes, 2-1 back to Jeff.
Jeff, what is celebrated on February 2nd and is also a film? 3, 2, 1. Kenzie.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
So close.
Is it back to Kenzie?
It is 3-1. She's up.
Kenzie, how many stripes does Adidas have?
Is it 3?
It is 3.
Okay.
I really thought you were going to say 4 because you made your 4 with your finger. You went 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought there was maybe a little one after the tall one again, but now it's like 3. Yeah.
3, there you go.
That's one of those those logo questions really mess with you. You know, like you were like, oh, actually, like what's on the Lucky Charms? But have you seen those like comparisons? Mm-hmm. It got to me.
What does Adidas stand for?
What? That's an acronym?
It is.
I don't know.
All day I dream about sports.
Not sports, sex.
Wait, you think Adidas stands for All Day I Dream About Sex?
Yeah.
Do you wear your Adidas while you're doing it?
I've done that.
I don't want to hear this.
I've Winnie the Poohed it with a T-shirt in my Adidas.
In your shell toes like Run DMC?
It's disgusting.
It's happened.
What does it stand for?
All day
Is
I
that actuals or like a joke?
all day I dream about sex.
That's real.
Yep.
Or sports? Is it sports
It's
or
not
sex?
sports. I don't know what the hell my boy Jeff's talking about.
Okay, I can't. You guys
Trying to
just
keep it PG.
That's a good job.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
Jeff. I
You don't have to go on
appreciate
this
that.
show.
No, PG-13.
No.
Huh.
Korn does a great song about it. All day I dream about sex.
Was it sponsored by Adidas?
Nope.
Okay.
But they have an Adidas sponsorship now.
They do. It took 30 years to get one.
They got one. 4-1. It's back to Jeff. He needs a point here.
Oh, Jeff, you need a point. Paella is a national dish of what country, Jeff?
Spain.
It is Spain. Good job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Kenzie.
She can win here.
Oh, boy, for the win. Kenzie, at a restaurant, you'll see deer meat on the menu under what name?
Venison?
Venison is right.
Man.
Oh, boy, Jeff, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be sorry. You either win or you learn, right?
Oh my God.
Good
you know what?
Lord. Oh, jeez. I know what's going to happen, right?
Tickets. He's so nice.
I know.
Some people are so mean to me, and he's so nice to me. I'm giving him tickets. You win.
He wins?
Yeah.
Jeff, do you really want to go to that show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna send him.
All right,
He's saving people's lives.
Yeah, you're a paramedic, huh?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Yeah. He's going to go to the show. He's going to be a paramedic at the show.
Yeah, it's probably good to have him in the building. Yeah.
You might
You're
need one.
welcome for safety reasons.
Kenzie just saved lives. That's great. That's how we see it.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
Well, listen, it is Twisted Week, so coming up in 25 minutes, we will have tickets for Night 4. That's the Gaslight Anthem and Young the Giant. All week long, we'll have tickets, and the band's checking in, so stay here. It's going to be a party. That's at 8 a.m. today, 25 minutes away. Brian and Kenzie.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, so you're under 20 minutes away from more Twisted Christmas tickets. And again, this is our party. You know, most offices now cancel Christmas parties because they're just afraid that people are going to get too drunk and hook up. That's really what it is. I mean, it's happened, and there's lawsuits and sexual harassment and HR and all this stuff. So really, like, companies don't even have a party anymore. I think if you're listening, maybe that's happened at your place where you work.
Did you ever like company Christmas parties?
I did. I liked them
didn't.
because free food and free drink. Oh, did you say I liked them or did they have them?
No, I was asking if you liked them. Because I never liked
Really? Why not?
Because I always, so many places do it at the office, right? They throw the party at the office, which I get. Like, why you have the space, you know?
Free venue.
Yeah, you're parking, all that crap. But it's like, I don't want to be at work. Like, it's not fun. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. I think it should be out somewhere. No,
I just like, no thanks.
most of the times that I've had at places, they did it out. We got banned for life here at Old Q101. There was a place in the West Loop called the Blue Point Oyster Bar. And we drank so much that they told us to actually, usually that's a good thing, right? But it was all you could drink and all you could eat for a flat fee that our company paid. And we were drinking at such a high rate that they told us to leave. They said, never come back. Now, that place closed eventually, so I guess we got the last laugh on that. But it was a nice place.
That's so mean.
I'm not being
the business got shut down. This is like your second time today.
No, I mean, I wish it didn't. But also, I was younger and probably a little more obnoxious back in those days. Not like the adult, sophisticated person that I am today.
Oh, yeah. You're not annoying at all anymore.
You will see sophistication at its finest at Twisted this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And a cane to the show.
Come out like Mr. Peanut?
Yes.
I should wear that for one of the nights.
So, with like the long tail.
Yeah. I haven't figured out all my outfits for stage, every night here.
I know. I have like outfits, but I don't think a lot of them fit anymore.
Oh, you'll be fine. I bet you have like 8,000 outfits to put on.
Yeah, but they, honestly, she was a whore when I started, but yeah, like my clothes barely fit when I wasn't pregnant.
Wait a minute. So your reference point is when you started here about 7-8 months ago, you were a whore, the way you dressed, and now you can't wear those outfits.
Yeah, I definitely had to get some new stuff.
Just where would
need a little more stretch, a little more length and stretch.
Length and stretchy, a little bit wider. Yeah, just do that. Just be comfortable. Because there'll be, great food, tons of drink experiences out there, not for you, but for the alcoholic drinks. Actually, I believe Heineken will have their zero out there, their non-alcoholic beer as well. So, the party is this week, 8 o'clock. Free tickets coming up here with Brian and Kenzie for Q101's Twisted Christmas Night 4 with the Gaslight Anthem and Young the Giant.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, those tickets for Q101 Twisted Christmas Night 4. That'll be this Friday night at the Aragon, the Young the Giant and the Gaslight Anthem. That is the finale night, Friday night. Let's go. Those tickets coming up at 8 a.m. here. First, it's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Over the weekend, legendary rock band Kiss wrapped up their farewell tour at Madison Square Garden. Their performance went pretty well. Only 2 members of the band broke a hip. Ozzy Osbourne turned 75 yesterday. Science is still trying to explain it. And Kenny G has recorded a new album of lullabies. So just curious, what were all of his other albums? This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and just about 4 or 5 minutes away here from those Q101 Twisted Christmas tickets on the night of the event. We're so stoked about it. All these bands we bring you, and it's such a memorable experience every year. New bands, and the Black Keys coming back tomorrow is really impactful for me because that's the night that was actually Ahoy when I proposed to my wife Megan about 3 years ago, I guess it was, January. 3 years ago, January.
So almost 4 years because it was January 2020.
That's right. 4 years, and now we've been married.
Well, yeah, think about it, because Harper's 1.
Harper's, 13 months, and we've been married for 2 years and about 5 months.
I feel like I need to get out the chalkboard to do this math.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
I'm all of a sudden...
This is harder than it should be for you, Brady.
I'm the dude in The Hangover right now with all the numbers over his head.
Is this actually Caesar's Palace? Can't get a sick of my beaver.
Oh, Zach Galifianakis is so good in that. Okay.
Hot take.
So I don't think any of the bands we have going on here, by the way, will get to the point of what Kiss did over the weekend. They played their final show, allegedly, in New York. And it was a huge event with a lot of celebrities there and all that, of course, because they've done farewell tours, I think, 7 times. But this one is it. And it sounded like this.
The new Kiss era starts now. You show us everything you got.
Our shows are about joy. The future is so exciting. We can live on eternally. The band deserves to live on because the band is bigger than we are.
So they played the whole show, and then they came off with the encore and sang the song, I believe, from Wayne's World 2, God Gave Rock and Roll for Us. I believe it's on that soundtrack. But they were avatars. They were digital, and that's how they're going to live on. So they're saying they're
like
done.
Holograms, you mean, when you say
holograms.
avatars.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually see what it was. I believe it was
They
a
came
huge
out dressed as
screen.
characters from Avatar.
They have blue makeup on.
Oh, that would have been
They're
great.
switching it up.
That would have been amazing. But they're going to live on even without going on tour, allegedly. I don't know what it means going forward, but they can make now another $100 billion for the next 100 years when they're gone and dead and their kids are dead and they're just like their great-great-grandchildren still making money off Kiss.
How many other people you want to talk about being dead?
Well, I get to see Kiss wanting all that. And listen, I don't care if you love Kiss, go see them and have a good time and you love the experience. That's fine. It's never been my thing. But I know there's obviously millions and millions of people that do it. But would you go see the digital versions of them?
I would go to a hologram show, especially if somebody had passed. Oh, I don't know if I'd go to the hologram show if I could go to their actual show, but if somebody had passed away or something like that, I would go. I just think hologram show tickets need to be less.
Right.
More like in a movie price range, maybe slightly above, but you cannot charge the same fee for a hologram as you can like a live, because anything can happen during a live performance. They could decide to play an hour longer, do their encores, do this. You guys love when people play songs, you know, their B-side.
If you're new to the show, Kenzie just doesn't necessarily love concerts as much as like me and Case love going to see live music.
Oh my God. They're just like, you played the guitar for 45 minutes, you know, like off script. I'm like, okay, well.
Kenzie's reason is
Please
because
play
she's...
Don't Stop Believing. For the love of
Kenzie
God.
says she's shorter, so she doesn't like concerts, gets blocked. She wants the hits and get the hell out
And
of
I hate
there.
when people run into me. I hate it. It's like belly button central every time I go to a concert. I'm getting bumped. I just want to have my drink, a little snack.
I'm telling the listeners, please be kind, because Kenzie is almost at this point, 9 weeks away from birth. So
Yes.
at the Aragon this week, when she's running around, just give her a little space.
Don't mosh me.
Don't mosh you.
I don't want to be moshed.
It's funny because you said if they were dead, like when Tupac had the hologram at Coachella.
Yeah.
But Kiss is alive, even though they're old.
Right, so I think that's...
Are they just lazy?
They're not lazy because they've done a lot of touring.
Yeah.
So, and I get it. I don't like putting on makeup either. You know, they have got to be exhausted. So I understand. But I think it is different when it's like I went and saw the hologram instead of them. Like I would love to see a Tupac hologram because there's no way I could have seen Tupac.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the closest I can get. That's really cool. But it can't be the same price. It's almost movie theater-y, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people loved seeing Taylor Swift on, at the movies. My husband went by himself because he loves her a lot. He's
Imagine
like,
the people looking at the guy that goes there by himself to the Taylor Swift
well,
movie.
I got mad at him for 2 seconds when I got in the car because I saw the souvenir cup and I go, "Are you effing kidding me, Roman? You bought the souvenir cup?" And he goes, "I got it for our niece. She wanted it." I go,
Right.
Okay. I was pissed though. I'm like, "Did you buy a souvenir? I'm gonna kick your
Did you
ass."
ever-
You got to get merch.
No, not at the movie theater.
You
I
ever-
was livid.
You ever check with that niece, see if you got the cup? She didn't
She
get that
didn't get the
cup.
cup. She
There's
did
no
too.
way she got that
She
cup.
got the cup. Over there.
I'm not buying it.
Oh my God.
What
But,
about-
but I like it because listen, some of these shows are getting crazy in price. crazy. So, like, the Taylor Swift tickets were ridiculous. And, I mean, let's be honest. Like, how many people can actually afford to do that?
You have to make choices of what shows you're going to go to or even just not go because they have gotten out of control.
Right, it's gone out of control. So I did love that Beyonce ticket price is also really high. So both those movies coming out, so you can go for like $20.
Yeah.
I do think that is cool, but again, it has to be less than the show.
It's not the same experience. There's no way going to see a movie or any kind of screen. It just doesn't feel right, at least for me. I don't know, Case, some of your bands that Case loves, by the way, that are on the up.
Hologram of Drug Church? Would you do it?
Good reference, Kenzie.
I'm wearing the sweatshirt. She looked right at it.
Oh,
No, the computer's blocking your sweatshirt. I said earlier, though.
You asked Kenzie if you would go see a Kiss hologram. I wouldn't go see Kiss if they were playing the lounge next door. I want.
Oh, you're such a hater.
No,
sometimes.
I'm not. I want.
Too many people like Kiss.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
The bands that people like, Case hates.
I know, and it's so
Not
intentional.
fair. It's not fair.
No, it's very intentional. You can't like something popular.
I don't ever say that.
You exude that, though.
So what? Your actions speak louder than words, Kate.
But here's why this bugs me. Because bands like Kiss that offer nothing new to their own ecosystem, that just continue to trot out on their walkers and in their wheelchairs, and they take up all this space with their old age. I just want them to go away.
But why, though? So many people have so much joy. And by the way, like we had on...
I'm sorry, wait.
Mark from Sugar Ray on, who says on New Year's Eve...
What was that?
Mark McGrath is going to play all the hits. He's not going to come out there with some new song and ruin your enjoyment.
That's fine because Mark McGrath's a hustler, baby. He was awesome.
And Kiss isn't hustling?
No, Kiss is annoying. They're milking everything they got. I don't like the whole thing. I just want these old bands to go away.
Why? What's the problem?
Did you say that you don't like the old people at the shows?
No.
They come with walkers? Is that what you said?
No. I don't like the old people on stage. The old people at shows is fine.
I'm like, that's so evil.
That's not what I
finally
said.
get to go out and you're mad about it.
I kind of heard he doesn't like old people with walkers.
Well,
That's what I
I
heard.
can't mosh when you're with a walker in the pit.
I only go to shows with old people. It's my favorite.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.